All right, we're live. I don't know how we're sounding. All right, we sound good. All right. So what is going on, everyone? DeAndrox7 here. So today we're doing something a little different. We're doing the shiny Wo-Chien raid for that was announced no, not yet. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. For the Pokemon Presents. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory. If you guys hear a weird buzzing in the background occasionally, for some odd reason, my Switch's fans are like going crazy for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Like this literally just started happening. So yeah, if you guys hear the buzzing, yeah, that's what that is. If not, then we're good. All right. So where is the? It's just 5-star. It's just 5-star. Yeah, 5-star raids, right? Oh, it's a grass raid? Well, let me try to connect to the internet first, so I don't forget. All right, let me see. Where would it be? Oh, right here. Right here. At least I hope that's it. Alright, we can turn my fan off. Fan was going crazy. The ceiling fan, I mean. Two weeks for each raid to get 1 billion. I'm just gonna do the Wo-Chien today, and then we'll be back to like our regular stuff for yeah, we'll get back to our regular stuff for the other streams. I'm just doing like a couple raids this stream, and then bam. What's going on? Yeah, this buzzing noise is really irritating. I don't know why my Switch is doing that. How do I get out of here? Right here. No? Chat, my game glitched. I can't go down. Okay, bro. I don't know what's going on, bro. Alright, let me close the software. I don't know what was going on there. It wasn't letting me let go of the wall. Yeah, they're all shiny. No, they're 100% guaranteed shiny. But we need to, yeah, we need to defeat 1 million. Well, we don't need to defeat 1 million of them. It just has to be a collective of like 1 million, basically. Not like 1 million each for like everyone, for those of you confused. It's more of like a collective. So like everyone, not everyone individually, just like a collective. Yeah, it's more collectively, not like 1 million of them. Alright, so how do I get over here? That would be kind of crazy if you had to defeat, if each person had to delete them 1 million times. How would it be shiny? Does it just turn shiny? So basically, no, basically the raid is already, it's already like a shiny Pokemon in the raid, but like the raid's already shiny, but then like after the 1 million Pokemon, after like the 1 million Wo-Chiens have been defeated, basically, I think they'll send out like a mystery gift code or something like that. I believe that's how it is. Oh, I was like, where's the den? Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, let me connect to the internet real quick before I forget. And then immediately click that. Oh no. Oh no. I'm in trouble. Alright. Alright, if anyone wants to join, there's the link code. We can't do 1 million raids solo, let's be fair. Yeah. Dude, that's impossible. You thought, well, I had to restart my game because it glitched out, Crispy. So I have not done any of the raids, so this is like my first time doing it. I decided to EV train my shiny Corviknight, aka the first Pokemon I got shiny in this game during my playthrough of Violet. Okay. Is there a way I could like slow down the fan or something like that? Because like this is really bugging me. It's pretty easy, but you also had good teammates. Alright, we got room for one more. Alright. I reset it like a dozen times. I don't know why it's doing this. It could be that I just have dust in my Switch or something. I don't know. Which is weird because it's usually in a carrying case most of the time, so don't know why there would be dust in it. But like this literally just started happening. I don't know why. And I take pretty decent care of my Switch, so that's why I'm like kind of annoyed right now. All right. Choosing Snarl. Well, I mean, it is kind of old since I've had it since literally the Switch came out, so. And it's not like I can just get a new Switch because I literally do not have money for a new Switch, so. You haven't played in ages? There's no point in terrestrializing. We already won. Alright, that's the first Wo-Chien down. Ironic that we're using physical attackers. I mean, it just makes the most sense to use physical attacks. Alright, Spicy Urban Mystica. Alright. Oh, whoops. Wait, its ability nerfs physical attack? Oh, it does? I thought it nerfs special attacks. Oh, wait, I'm thinking of Chi-Yu, right? Yeah, I think it's Chi-Yu. Or is that special defense? Which one nerfs special attacks? Oh, yeah, the map. Here we go. Alright. So are they like throughout the entire, or is it just Paldea? That's my question. Are they like throughout the entire? Oh, Ting Lu. Okay. Okay, so it looks like it's just in Paldea, so it's literally just a matter of resetting my Switch clock. So do you get him now? This man. Well, no, well, it's if everyone has like a chance to like. It's only if everyone has like if everyone collectively defeats 1 million of these. Yeah, it's only for everyone to like collectively take out 1 million of these. So it's not like you get it and then it just appears in your box or anything, Yami. But since you've like done it once, you should be good. It just depends on if everyone else defeats it, basically. Sometimes you have to, like, reset the clock, like... Sometimes you have to reset it, like, twice for it to actually work. There we go. Alright, where are you at? Where are you at, Wo-Chien? You wish there was somewhere where we can see how many are left? I honestly think they'll be taken care of by, like, tomorrow. Because, I mean, a lot of people play Scarlet and Violet, surprisingly. Like, a lot of people. You gotta press A 1 second. You gotta press A 1 second apart when time changing for it to work. Wait, what? We probably already have it done, but who knows? I mean, last time we did it for Zero Aura, Pokemon tweeted out an announcement for it, so I'm sure they're gonna probably tweet out an announcement. Now that you found your Switch, you might want to take up shiny hunting again. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna take up shiny hunting again. Might do some shiny hunts tomorrow, not gonna lie. Might do some shiny hunts tomorrow, not gonna lie. Apple? Who's Apple? Sylveon's interesting, and then we have Jonathan. Yeah, I might need some condensed air or something, chat. You found a Rowlet mass outbreak yesterday, but got irritated and killed them all. That's kind of crazy. I have no clue, Crispy. If it's the same Jonathan, I don't know. You don't think we need to worry about not getting Shiny Chiyu? Oh, dude, Shiny Chiyu is literally the best one, so obviously people are gonna want to do that. What you mean these NPCs better not sell? Golly. That was unnecessary, Wo-Chien. Alright, let me go ahead and use Screech on it. I love Shiny Corviknight. Such a great Shiny. I have to say, Shiny Wo-Chien's pretty good. Probably my second favorite out of all of them. Behind Chiyu, of course. Hey, what's going on, Ghost Bunny? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, honestly, after this stream, I'm definitely taking a break from my Switch, dude. Because I have no idea what's going on. Oh, for... How did I feel about the goat, for the Pokemon? What, you mean like the... For the Fakemon video? They were pretty cool. Popping in for a bit before you gotta go. Alright, no problem. Appreciate you stopping by. Bro, this buzzing is gonna... This is gonna be a long 2 hours, bro. This is gonna be a long 2 hours, bro. Oh, let me see something. I have 70... I don't know. I don't know what's going on. No, I mean, like, I'm gonna take a break from my Switch, like, just, like, not playing any video games on my Switch for the rest of the day. Because I, honest to God, have no clue what's going on. You found a Wo-Chien raid? Or what's the code? We're revamping the Pokédex to include more info and having a more defined format. I see. You wish there were more stars so when you get wrecked... Wait, what? Which Pokemon revealed was my favorite? Tescarada, I guess. S. Can't say that code altogether. That's kind of weird. Bruh. But yeah, Tescarada was probably my favorite revealed. YouTube is allergic to codes. It's weird. Well, I guess because my mods... I think it's okay when my mods do it. I guess whenever, like, subscriber... Like, just average viewers do it, it doesn't go through, I guess. I think that's probably the case. You'll definitely show off more with the region in the future. The first one felt way too short. Dude, the one... My reveal for my region was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. Not gonna lie. I was anticipating at least 20 minutes. I wasn't expecting almost like 40. Then again, I did talk a lot before revealing the starters, so. Craw, your color artist is doing amazing work with the shinies. Why do you keep going for me, bro? Oh my god, chat. The fan stopped. Oh my god, finally, the fan stopped. Oh my gosh, that was driving me crazy, chat. Okay, so anyone who just like joined in doesn't know, my Switch fan has been going crazy since I started to stream. And like if I seem like a little like pissed or like kind of aggressive, like that's why, cuz it was driving me crazy. Like it was really driving me crazy. So, but it just 38 minutes later it finally cut off and I'm so happy about that. Oh, man. That was really driving me crazy, man. Because, dude, it was like a constant buzzing and my mic was also picking it up. Because I was hearing it in the playback, it was like a faint buzzing noise. So, oh, it was really pissing me off, dude. It was really pissing me off. Me when my fans finally leave me alone. Bruh. Yeah, I have no clue what that was all about, man. I could definitely make a competitive set for this guy. For my Corviknight here. Buddy, how are you still alive, bro? Oh, he has like a sliver of health left. I just realized. He has like a sliver of health left. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to like do more for my Fakemon region. I just... Like I said, I just never have time to really like work on it all that much. It's dead. You think it didn't help that you didn't have a full line of original stuff? Yeah, that's probably why it was a lot shorter. That is a very fair point. That's a very fair point, Ghost. I really do like Tescarada's finalized design though. Really love it. I think that was my main issue with the original Meowscarada. Now my nose is itchy. Everything's going wrong with my stream today. First the fans go crazy. Now my freaking nose is freaking... Now my fans are just... Not my fans. Now my freaking nose is itchy. I don't know what's going on, y'all. Your personal favorite starter is Yumi Fox because of Delphox bias, but also the hammer it has is dope. I thought the Primarina one was pretty cool. There we go. The next design revealed will be even better, trust. You don't know if you said it, but the next designs to be revealed are the rest of the Lopunny evolutions plus some other ones maybe. You don't want to do videos, but you want to showcase your world. Make like a document of it. Like a Google Doc. Why is it all the way over here? But yeah, Tescarada was probably my favorite, only because it was like bipedal. You guys know I like my Beastie Boys. And I ain't talking about the music group. Oh yeah, by the way, chat, RIP. RIP to Ozzy Osbourne, bro. Goated musician. I didn't really get into Ozzy Osbourne until like 2019, 2020, but man, that was not the news I was expecting yesterday. That was not the news I was that was not the news I was expecting yesterday, man. All right, what was I doing? Yeah, man, we lost so many great people this year, bro. Rachel Lillis, the original voice of Misty and Jessie and all that, at least for the English dub. What's his name? James Cathcart, the voice actor for the newer voice actor for James, Professor Oak, Meowth, Gary, R.I.P. Now Ozzy Osbourne, bro. James Earl Jones, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. Why are we losing so many goats this year? What is going on, man? This is a L year. I'm not even gonna lie. This is a L year. W games though. Wait, what games have come out this year? I don't know. I don't really keep up with the game news anymore. Well, I do, but I just forget because I don't play many video games. Besides Pokemon and Smash and Mario Kart and stuff like that. Expedition 33? The freak is that? The freak is Expedition 33? I've never heard of this in my life. It's a role-playing game. So that does pique my interest. If they take Keith David next, you're going with him? Fair enough, bro. Fair enough, bro. Because what the heck? Like, what is going on? Monster Hunter games came out, but also Digimon, Pokemon. Oh yeah, well, other than Pokemon, obviously. Oh yeah, Donkey Kong did come out. I forgot Donkey Kong Bonanza. Expedition 33 is real popular. I mean, I've never heard of it personally. I've never heard it personally. Oh, it's because it's developed by a French studio. Never mind. That's why I never heard of it. That's why I've never heard of it. You know, you guys know I don't facilitate. You guys know I don't facilitate with those Frenchies. Those French fries, chat. You'll send me some songs from it. The game is amazing and the soundtrack is amazing. Alright, bet. Gotta go now. See you, mates. Alright, see you later, Ghost Bunny. Can't take Dr. Facilier. That's crazy. I never realized that Keith David voiced Dr. Facilier, but then again, I never actually listened to, like... I never actually looked at, like, the voice. Well, it's been a minute since I've seen the movie, too, so I probably just forgot. Indie French devs? Even worse. Even worse. Hey, what's going on, VGC? Welcome to the stream. Man, I gotta get a new matte screen protector for my phone, though. I had dropped my phone yesterday, and it kind of like, well, it didn't break, but like, it had like a little, it had like these little like, it had some jagged pieces on the side, and I didn't want to like risk cutting my freaking, I didn't want to risk cutting my finger. So I had to take it off. I don't know why people expect so much for the Pokemon Presents. Like, obviously, they're gonna talk about the mobile game stuff, while also talking about, like, obviously the first, like, what, like 10 to 15 minutes is gonna be them talking about the mobile game stuff or new announcements, and then after that, it's gonna be whatever main game is coming out later. Man, Wo-Chien is so cool. Ruinous Quartet's probably one of my favorite legendary groups, hands down. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Someone said in the Presents comment section how it could have been an email. That's kind of crazy. I thought it was just solid. Imagine if the Wo-Chien just spawned right next to me, chat. That would have been amazing. Yo, what's going on, Aaron? Welcome to the stream. What is this? Oh, that's a Nimble. I already got low kicks. But why would I go there when it's like right here? Forgot there was a Pokemon Center there. But I'm so hyped, man. I'm so hyped for Pokemon Champions. I swear it's like Pokemon saw my video about, oh, is competitive Pokemon leaving the casual players behind? And then they were like, you know what? Let's make competitive Pokemon easier to get. And I like that it's an in-game currency. Like, Pokemon Champions is everything I wanted. Pokemon Champions is everything I wanted in a Pokemon game. Like, not in a Pokemon game, but in like a, you know, in a battle simulator game for Pokemon. And I wonder how the recruiting Pokemon thing is gonna work. Like, is it like the more you play, the more options open up? That's gonna be awesome. You're gonna call Shiny Wo-Chien Redneck because it looks like it has a red neck. Cool. The Timmies will finally train their 6 IV Shiny Legends. That is if they even like... That is if they can even process their Legends. Like, if they can not... That is if they can even process how to, like, IV train. Even though they've made it so easy. Because, you know, people like to make things difficult. People like to make things difficult. So you gotta rewatch the Presents. You skipped it just to look for Crobat and ZA. That's kind of crazy, Yami. Not gonna lie. That's kind of crazy. I did not think about a nickname for Wo-Chien, not gonna lie. I'm not sure. Ugh. The comments in the chat were so brain dead. I think I saw a couple screenshots that y'all sent. Everyone kept saying pay to win brain rot. It's in-game currency, you idiots! There's no way. It's in-game currency. Obviously, the more you play, the more your in-game currency will raise. I swear, Pokemon fans are so miserable. I know not all Pokemon fans are like that, but like, majority of them are so miserable. Jeez. Pokemon, you know what? Pokemon fans seem to, they seem to confirm that they don't read. Yeah, I was about to say, Pokemon fans never fail to amaze me with the lack of reading comprehension that they have. I remember so many people, even fellow PokeTubers, were like when Pokemon Legends ZA was announced, people were like, "Oh, I hope it's not a Switch 2 exclusive." They literally said on day one, since the teaser, that it's going to be on the Nintendo Switch. I'm sorry that you lack basic reading comprehension. Jeez, man. You saw a few upset at the graphics and reuse of models. It's for mobile too. Exactly! Pokemon fans. Gotta love them. Gotta love how stupid some can be. Not all of them, of course, but some. Gotta love how some of them can just be completely brain dead. Not a single brain cell in sight. Not a single brain cell in sight. You're sad because you broke your plastics... Your plastic what? Your plastic straw? Can't you just get another one? They all make me close to crashing out by how illiterate they are. Like, dude, you can't... Pokemon fans be complaining about anything, bro. And I saw someone on Discord, I'm not gonna, like, say any names, obviously, because I don't like to start drama or anything like that, but I saw someone in the Discord server basically defending them, being like, they just want the game to be better. I'm like, okay, I'm like, nah, some of these people just complain just to complain, bro. Like, it has nothing to do with them wanting the games to be better. They just complain just to complain. Bro, they can make Pokemon look like Beasts of Reincarnation. That new Game Freak game, that, like, Souls-like Game Freak game that's coming out. They can make the games look like that and they'll still find a reason to complain about it. You know who I'm talking about? I mean, yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna say any names. I'm just saying, like, I saw the comments and I was just like, yeah, bro, nah. Some fans are just toxic for the sake of being toxic. Wait a minute. Hold up, chat. Hold up. I must check something. Why do I only have 32.2 gigabytes left? Yeah, I definitely gotta manage some software. Then again, a lot of the games I have on here are kind of big. Like, isn't Scarlet? Yeah, Scarlet and Violet's a pretty big. It's a pretty big game. For Pokemon, it's a pretty big game. Hey, what's going on, Black? Welcome to the stream. Oh, I thought it changed. But at least the whole fan situation is over and done with. Let me catch someone Let me catch someone hooking up a USB keyboard to their Switch, bro. I will clown them. I will clown them, bro. Let me catch someone doing that. Y'all doing shiny Terra raids? Yep, the shiny Wo-Chien raids. I'm just doing my part, so that way, I'm just doing my part so we can get this 1 million done faster. It gets kind of weird when people get upset that... Wait, did it change? It did. Okay. I was like, the map doesn't look any different. People get upset that we have DLC, even though the old games used to give us the same games, but some newly added stuff. Crispy, don't even get me started on that. Don't even get me started on that. Ugh. Listen. No. Emerald, Crystal. Okay, listen. Yellow, Crystal. Well, it's 1 million collectively, not like 1 million times, but you know what I mean. Like basically once 1 million players defeat the Wo-Chien, basically. Or once it's defeated, if it's defeated 1 million times, basically. You're in the raids for the loot. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm doing it for, too. So I can get some loot, so that way I can buy some vitamins and make some more competitive mons and stuff like that. But yeah. Alright, let me go look for this raid before y'all, before I say what I'm gonna say. Yellow, Crystal, Emerald, Platinum, and hold on, Platinum. No, Black and White had the sequels. Those weren't third definitive games. But yeah, basically those games, like, basically in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, of course. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, dude, those games were objectively the better versions to get. But like, I mean, they did, it's kind of weird how so many people are surprised about this when they did the exact same thing with Zero Aura. When they did the same thing with the Zero Aura raids in Sword and Shield, or do people just not remember the shiny Zero Aura events? Like, I'm more surprised that people are surprised that you have to beat it, like, that it has to be defeated collectively 1 million times. Alright, before I get jumped by that Tauros, y'all saw that? Y'all saw that hate crime that just happened just now? I did nothing to those Tauros, bro. All I did was land in front of them. And all 5 of them just came. That's kind of crazy, bro. That's kind of crazy. You weren't aware of the Zero Aura raid until it ended? That's kind of crazy. You never paid attention to raids, to be honest. See, that's on you. I always pay attention, but then again, that's because I'm a PokeTuber. We have to pay attention to everything. We have to pay attention to every single thing. Unless I just genuinely do not care for it. Like, if a new mystery dungeon game gets released or something. Tauros don't want your kind around here is crazy. But yeah, what was I saying? But yeah. DeAndre. You really gonna do me like that, DeAndre? If you know, you know. If y'all get the reference, you're a real one. But we have about 2 weeks to beat the goal, so we should be able to get 1 million. Exactly. And it's not really like... Yeah, it's not really like a crazy... It's not like a crazy limit. Like, 2 weeks is plenty of time, especially for a game that basically every Pokemon fan is playing. You thought there would be a new Poke Park, but it was actually a park. Dude, a new Poke Park would be so great. Hey, what's going on, Lens? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Don't mess with me or my Sandshrew. If your Sandshrew if this Sandshrew if your Sandshrew messes everything up for us, Aaron, everybody's getting banned. It's just gonna be me as the viewer. 1 million is crazy. How? 1 million is really not that crazy. Do you guys forget how many copies sold for... Do you guys not remember how many copies sold for Scarlet and Violet when they first came out? You're good. How about you? I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright. Just streaming. Just streaming these terror raids and stuff. Alright, once it gets to like 10... Once we have like 10 seconds left, then I'll probably just do it. You just see Sandshrew die instantly every respawn. Yeah, everyone's getting banned. Everyone would get banned. Even me. I'm banning myself. There's just not going to be any streams anymore. A lot of copies sold, but it's whether people care to play. I mean, let's be real. Little kids will... Dedicated Pokemon fans like me will play anything, bro. Dedicated Pokemon fans like me will play anything that Game Freak throws at them, except for BDSP, because those games are actually trash. Like, I think those are the only, like, Pokemon games that I would willingly not replay ever again. Oh, wait. Yami, I think, yeah, Black's asking if if there's any, like, gym leader applications left, basically. You said this one time ago, but a PokeTuber said he didn't care and let people do all the work. Little kids would get wrecked in the raid. Yeah, that PokeTuber sold. That PokeTuber sold. Because that's kind of crazy. Even the BDSP remake, OD said he wouldn't play, never mind. I think I've only replayed it once. I've only replayed BDSP once. Shiny Blaziken's mid. Oh yeah, of course it is. It's just a slightly darkened version of Blaziken. Like, wow, so cool. Such a terrible shiny. Not even mid, it's just... For me, it's awful. He ate that fly. Hey, what's going on, Jonathan Swift? Welcome to the stream. But yeah, back to like my whole thing with people whining about the DLCs for Pokemon. Do y'all want to pay full price for basically the same game, but with stuff that should have been in the base game to begin with? Or would you rather just pay, you know, around $30, $35 for the DLC? Because if you pick the $60, there's something mentally, physically wrong with you. Just saying. Mentally and physically wrong with you. Oh yeah, let me pay full price for a game with features that should have been in the base game, rather than just buying a DLC that adds the stuff to my current save file. You know what I mean? Like, DLCs are one of the best things that ever happened. BDSP isn't bad in your opinion, it's the exact same as the original. Well, the exact originals were bad too, so that's why. People didn't want Diamond and Pearl remakes, they wanted Platinum remakes. That's why they were bad. And they were one-to-one remakes. Nobody wanted one-to-one remakes. That's why that's what makes them bad. Nobody wanted one-to-one remakes. We wanted something like, imagine Diamond and Pearl but in like the Sword and Shield format. That would have been so cool. But no, they gave us a one-to-one remake. You got Shiny Arceus from Shining Pearl? Nice. Honestly, Shiny Arceus would have looked so much better if they didn't make him piss yellow. Why is he piss yellow? A lot of Pokemon fans want a 1-to-1 black and white remake for some reason. A lot. I have never seen anyone request that. Most people just want it to be like, you know, 1-to-1, even down to the glitches. Yeah, even like the same problems, the same problems that came from Diamond and Pearl came to BDSP from what I saw. Buddy, the region is good. The region is good. Sinnoh is a good region. But Diamond and Pearl were bad games, is what I'm saying. Oh, I see why you're confused now. You thought I was saying, like, the game as a whole. No, I meant, like, Pokemon-wise and world-building-wise. Like, Sinnoh's probably my least favorite region. Because a lot of the Pokemon are just kind of mid to me. We do not need a 1-to-1. Okay, maybe like an HD 2D remake of Black and White would be cool, but we don't need another BDSP. But yeah, no, Diamond and Pearl were still bad games. Platinum was a much needed like improvement. Like Platinum fixed a lot of the problems from the original Diamond and Pearl. That's why I say Diamond and Pearl were bad games. Like a lot of people say that they're bad. How do you feel about Mega Dragonite? It should have been blue. That's all. That's my only critique on it. It should have been blue. People whining about the design. Y'all doing too much. It's not even that bad of a design. Honestly, that's what in my opinion, I prefer Mega Dragonite over regular Dragonite any day. You'll be back, chat? Alright. Yeah, I was saying, because you were like, yeah, Gen 4 is my, well, not Gen 4. Sinnoh is my least favorite region in terms of Pokemon design, but, yeah. But the Sinnoh anime was actually peak and all that, you know? Someone was saying that it shouldn't be blue because it would look like an actual evolution to Dragonair. I'm like, how is that a bad thing? That's a good thing. Like, I know the whole thing with, Come on. There we go. Like, I get why Dragonair evolves into Dragonite because of, like, what it's based off of. Because, like, what it's based off of. But, like... Ugh. The official render just looks really off to you with how the wings were put on. It looks copy and pasted, like you stated before. I mean, I don't mind it personally. Maybe it's because I don't really care much about Dragonite originally. As you guys know, Dragonite's probably my least favorite pseudo-legendary. I don't hate it or anything like that. It's like, it's a B-tier Pokemon. Like, I like Dragonite, it's just... I don't like it as a... I don't like it as a Dragonair evolution. Like, I get why Dragonair evolves into... Dragonite because of the whole mythological creature that it's based off of, but just because that's the point doesn't make it a good thing. That's like saying because female Unfezant is supposed to be bland, that makes it a good design. That's... no. Like, I'm still allowed to critique it, y'all. You love a lot of Gen 1 mons. No, I love a lot of Gen mons too. Dragonite's just not one of them. Can't wait to transfer your shiny Dragonite to Legends ZA. You want to see what its shiny will look like Mega Evolved? You really like Dragonite because it's happy and bubbly? I mean, that's fair. If y'all like Dragonite, much power to y'all. I'm not telling y'all to hate on Dragonite, but I'm just saying why I personally don't like it as a Dragonair evolution. Hence why Dragonair is my favorite dragon type of Kanto, as opposed to Dragonites. Dude, I'm actually surprised that Mabel's returning from X and Y. Like, one of the former Team Flare scientists. That's so cool. That is so cool. And I like that Emma's following in Looker's footsteps to be a detective. That's so cute. Love it. I know there's leaks about, like... I know there's already existing leaks that seem to be confirmed for what remaining Mega Evolutions there will be for Legends ZA, but I will not be looking at the leaks because I want them all to be a design, man. I want them all... Or not a design. I want them all to be like a... I want them all to be like a surprise to me. You hope Arbok gets a Mega because he was shown in the trailer with that poison dude. That's a good point. They wouldn't show him as a... I mean, well, actually, no. They've shown many Pokemon as, like, an ace to someone without giving them, like, a specific gimmick, but that would be cool to see an Arbok Mega Evolution. I like Arbok. Yeah, I like him. I don't love him, but I like him. Probably B tier if I had to rank all of the Pokemon. Ooh. Chad, that's a perfect video, or not perfect video, but a perfect stream idea for my anniversary on Sunday. Ranking all 1,000 Pokemon. I'm ranking all yep, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna rank all 1,000 Pokemon on stream. I'm not gonna go I'm not gonna go in depth why I'm ranking them. I'll probably give like a good like 10-second, like not 10-second, like a 10-word like sentence on why I'll put a Pokemon into a certain tier. Like, for example, I would put Cyndaquil in S tier because it's my favorite Pokemon of all time. Simple as that. And then I'll wait for like another video where I talk about it. I'm not gonna rank every Pokemon. Like, I'm not gonna rank like Mega Evolutions and Gigantamax forms. It's just gonna be like the base forms. Mega Evolutions and Gigantamax forms could be in like another thing. The characters in Team MZ have Scraggy and Staryu, so maybe they have Megas. Yeah, I've heard rumors of a Starmie Mega Evolution, which would be cool. Don't know how that would look. Don't know how I feel about that design-wise, because Starmie's already kind of crazy design-wise, even though it's really just two Staryu slapped together. But I don't know, maybe they might make it like 3 Staryu or like 4 Staryu strapped together. I don't know, I think it's pretty interesting. Jinx and Alolan Persian would probably be in a special tier. Oh, bro, that's in those are in the trash tier. Like, I can't say anything positive about them. Same thing with Mega Medicham. I do not like Mega Medicham, like, at all. I like it a lot less than Medicham. People said Mega Starmie would have long legs like Patrick. What the hell? I hope not. That looks so uncanny. Or maybe it's just how I'm envisioning it. Bro, can we please give the Kalos starters and Flygon Mega Evolutions. That's all I need. Give the Kalos starters Mega Evolutions, give Flygon a Mega Evolution, maybe my Lotic one, and then maybe Mega Evolutions will no longer be my least favorite gimmicks. Stop giving them to Pokemon that don't need Mega Evolutions. I mean, hell, even Dragonite didn't need one. You will say your Sandshrew has a pretty decent moveset in Terra type. Whatever you say, bro. I don't even hate Alolan Sandshrew either. I love him. Braviary and Mandibuzz would be so OP with a Mega or second stage evolution. I could see more Mega, not really second stage. You can't take the rumor seriously with some of the popular leakers showed an official Mega for Alligator, but it was someone else's design they made to trick them. Yeah. Dude, always never take leakers seriously, chat. Never take leakers seriously. Take every leak and rumor you see with a huge, not even a grain of salt, with a block of sun. Or sun? A block of sun? A block of salt. Alright, chat? Take it with a huge grain of salt, chat. You want Mega Scovillain? That would be interesting. Since Scovillain doesn't really look complete in my opinion. Looks kind of like a mid-evolution. Like a middle stage evolution, I mean. We still need Goodra's Mega Evolution. It's the pseudo-legendary of that region. I hope not. I honestly hope not. You guys already know how I feel about giving already pretty strong or decent Pokemon Mega Evolutions. Like, give them to like mons like my boy Pinsir, man. Like Pinsir is goated. Pinsir's Mega is pretty fire, not gonna lie. It is. They took my favorite Mon from Kanto and made it 1,000 times better. I didn't think it was possible. I think it's the wings. Like the fact that like apparently it awakens some ancient gene that now allows it to fly. I think that's pretty cool. Bro wants Spidops ab Pokemon to get Megas. I mean, yeah, if it makes them competitively viable and stuff like that, like for example, Pinsir again and Heracross and all that, I would actually be okay with that. Give Pokemon that actually need Mega Evolutions, give Pokemon that actually need the help Mega Evolutions. Like Garchomp, Tyranitar, as much as I love Tyranitar, hold up. Yeah, but no one would care about them? Yeah, because people are idiots. Alright? We do not need a Mega Jinx. Mega comma O is inevitable. I don't see that happening. Average Pokemon players want their Mega Garchomps and Arceuses. Yeah, because average Pokemon players are freaking morons. Alright? Almost said something else that's not allowed on YouTube, but that's how I really feel. That's how I really feel, chat. And there's a lot of people who share my sentiment, though. Like, give it to Pokemon like Milotic, for crying out loud. Milotic is on the same boat with Flygon. You think they couldn't make a decent design? Now, I know that for Flygon, I just don't really know about Milotic. You thought Mega Milotic was leaked for ZA? I don't follow leaks, and I don't really like to allow... That's why I don't really like talking about leaks, because in case something is like actually true, it's not really going to be a surprise to me. Average is majority, so Game Freak will make popular Pokemon strong, which is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Links are indeed stinky crispy. I do agree with that. That is one Pokemon opinion I will never get rid of. Honestly, like, I used to follow leaks all the time until Scarlet and Violet came out, and after not following the leaks and stuff like that, I actually had a lot of fun. Even though we have Garchomp Megas, they still give Megas to weaker mon. I'm not saying they don't give them to... I'm not saying that they don't give them to Pokemon that people don't care about at all. Like, I know Mega Audino exists, even though Mega Audino sucks ass. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Design-wise, at least. I don't know about competitive, because I've never used one. But, majority of the Pokemon that have Mega Evolutions, like, did we really need did we really need a Mega Mewtwo? Let alone 2? Did we really need a Mega Rayquaza? You know? You need a Mega Slurpuff? See, that's what I'm talking about, VGC. Mega Slurpuff will go crazy. Mega Slurpuff will go crazy, bro. Mega Absol was done dirty. I actually like Mega Absol, though. I actually like Mega Absol. I think. Brendan, why is your Sandslash already at half health? The funny thing is like, that's not even the case. Why does it already have its shield up? Brendan, seriously? How is your Sandshrew already dead? We just started. But yeah, that's not really the case for all the... Like, not every popular mon is strong. Your dog just tried to eat your Switch controller? That's kind of crazy. You don't want to talk about... Bro, you're the one who brought it. So, no, I'm holding you accountable. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I'm actually serious. Like, I'm holding you accountable for this, bro. How could you sell for us? How could you sell this for us, bro? Talking about I don't want to talk about it, bro. No, we do not need evolution megas. That's the last thing we need. The evolutions do... Those are like the last Pokemon to give mega evolutions to. I feel like that would be a bit much. Then again, this is coming from someone who doesn't really care for Eevee all that much, so maybe I'm just really biased. But let's keep that away from the evolutions. Let's keep it away. Let's keep Mega Evolution away from the evolution. Maybe I'm just biased. Maybe I'm just biased because maybe I'm biased because I don't care for the evolutions or Mega Evolution like that. So yeah, I am a little biased, I will admit, but chat. Brendan sold, y'all. Brendan sold, y'all. How could you do this, bro? Man was really hyping up his Sandshrew. Alright, we still won, though. We still won, though, I think. I still won. Or we still won. Nah, you good. We still won. If we lost, I would have been mad, but we still won. Oh, God. Just no one die in the span of, like, 3 years. What? 3 years? 3 minutes. 3 seconds. I can't word today. Alright, we still won, though, so we're okay. If we had lost, it would have been something different. Why was that Scyther just stalking me? If there is time, you'll hop on and join. I mean, I'm streaming for probably another 30 minutes, so... Yeah, you still got plenty. I would say you have plenty of time. But yeah. So how would y'all feel about it, the evolutions getting mega evolutions? Me personally, I just don't see. I feel like that would just been. I feel like that would have been a little much. I get the evolutions are pretty popular with the Pokemon fans, but like I just can't see it, you know? Oh, whoops. Is this the first one to release? Yes. Yeah, literally just dropped. It literally just dropped. Well, not just dropped, but you know what I mean. I think for some people it dropped like, what, like around 8 last night? Like 8-ish? 7-ish last night? I don't know. For some people, it did. You left temporarily for some reason, you forgot. How do you forget why you left the stream? Crispy, how do you feel about the evolutions getting mega evolutions? Your sister would probably like it since she's a fan of the evolutions. 8:01 p.m. last night. Gotcha. Where is it? Oh, over here. Oh. Oh. That's lame. Evolution's mid. The amount of Eevee fans that would come for you, bro. They already have their own gimmick. I agree. I agree. Like, their whole gimmick is that... Their whole gimmick... They're basically their own gimmick. Yeah, you're right. So I wouldn't... Like, I don't know... Yeah, there's some people who want Mega Evolutions for the Evolutions, but I'm like, why? Why? Also, if they got Megas, literally all of them would have Megas, probably. Exactly. And I feel like that would just be a bit much. Yeah, that would be a bit much for my liking. Oh, let me see. Trying to determine if I'm gonna go... You know, I'll probably go live for a couple more minutes too. Yeah, maybe not just the standard 2 hours. I'll probably do it for a couple. I'll probably maybe like 2 hours, an extra 20 minutes ish. Yeah, a couple. Yeah, Eternatus is a good choice. Eternatus is a good choice. The main 3 Eevees could just get evolutions, but then people crave all to have Megas, then angry and crash out. Yeah, I could see that happening. You're ready? Yeah, but I'm waiting for other people to join, Aaron. Waiting for other people to join. We still got a whole, like, minute left, basically. But yeah, I feel like that's why we need Mega Raichu as Gorchu. Honestly, Crispy, I've been saying that since day 1. We got robbed back in Gen 1 chat. Instead of having Pichu, we should have gotten Gorchu instead. We did not need a baby Pikachu. Pikachu's already baby enough. We could have gotten we really could have gotten Gorchu, bro. Instead. Mega Raichu would go crazy. My boy Raichu needs more love. Alolan Raichu wasn't enough. Raichu's like the Luigi. He's like the Luigi to Pikachu's Mario. Mega Dodrio? I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't really care for Dodrio that much. That's why I can't really see it. I can't see the vision. Maybe like an additional 2 heads, probably. Alright, let's start it. Alright, Travis joined. I don't know. I feel like when it comes to Pokemon, there's 2 types of Eevee fans. I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again because it's my stream and I do what I want. But like, wait, hold on. Dustox or Beautyfly Megas could be neat. Could be, yeah. I remember when people saw Clara's like little bow tie and everyone thought there was gonna be like a regional variant of Dustox. But Dustox wasn't even in Sword and Shield. Oh, that's funny. Mega Togekiss. I wonder what that would look like. Because Togekiss has such a unique shape, I don't know how they would, like, Mega. You know what I mean? And I say this as someone who loves Togekiss. Like, Togekiss is my favorite fairy-type Pokemon, but I'm just trying to figure out, like, how that would work. Poor Butterfree didn't get a Mega. I was kind of bummed. Well, not bummed. I was surprised that Butterfree didn't get a Mega Evolution, considering its counterpart got one. But at least they gave it a Gigantamax form, so can't be too mad, you know? Can't be too bummed. And yeah, that's kind of why I want Milotic to get one. We do not need Mega Blissey. Mega Shiny Wo-Chien. They would never make a Mega Evolution to this. And because I specifically said that, Pokemon will be like, you know what? Screw you. We're making Megas for all the Ruinous Treasures. Mega Delibird would just be fatter with a massive beard, probably. We do not need Mega Blissey. Wasn't the initial idea that eventually every fully evolved Pokemon was going to have a Mega Evolution? But then they kind of just scrapped that idea? That's what I heard somewhere. That would have been weird. Like Mega Electivire. Mega Electivire does not need a Mega Evolution. I don't know. I think that's why I don't really like Megas all that much. It's just weird. Mega Blissey, 300 HP for real. Oh god, dude. Mega Lunar Duo, Darkrai and Cresselia. I played a ROM hack like a year or two ago. I think it was, I forgot what it was called. I think it was like Pokemon Scythe 2 or Pokemon Scythe. No, Scythe 2. It was Scythe 2. And they kind of had like their own, they had like these things called like regression forms, and they basically made a Mega Darkrai. It was pretty cool. They also made a Mega Typhlosion. I love Darkrai. I don't think it needs a Mega though. That's a lot. I don't. No. Nah. I think they should keep Mega Evolutions away from legendaries, if I'm being honest. Zarina would be French Queen and give citizens bread. Okay. Or cake, how do English say? You know what's crazy? She never even said let them eat cake. They really lied on her ass. Mega Miraidon or Koraidon would go hard, but probably be worse than their OG forms. Wait, what do you mean worse than their OG forms? Like competitively worse? Like nightmare worse? Look, listen, legendaries, can we like keep Mega Evolutions away from legendaries? You know, I don't even like Mega Rayquaza, to tell you all the truth. I'm not just saying that just to say that. Like, I genuinely always thought it was kind of over-designed, in my opinion. Yeah, because my friend is a big, like, history buff. You know, the nerd she is, with her big-ass cranium. And she was like, you know, she never said let them eat cake. And I was like, damn, that's kind of crazy. Why do you just know this? I mean, we already basically have a Gigantamax Eternatus with the Eternamax form. That's basically Gigantamax forms are basically Megas. So Gigantamax forms are basically just Megas. Because Dynamax was basically like a combination of like both Dynamax and Z moves when you really think about it. The max moves were the Z moves, and like the whole Dynamax and stuff was that. You're fine with legendaries with Megas. You're fine with most Pokemon having Megas as long as it's distributed and not just solely strong Pokemon and No, that's how I felt. That's why I don't like Mega Evolutions all that much. At least, no, I like Mega Evolutions. That I just don't like them. Well, one, because I feel like most of them are just over-designed, and two, I just think that majority of the Pokemon that they gave Mega Evolutions to didn't need them. Like, yeah, we had some unique ones like Slowbro, Lopunny, and Audino. I'm not saying that every single Pokemon was like a competitively viable one or a legendary, but it's like, Miraidon needs specs. Koraidon needs Life Orb, Mega Evolution takes up. Well, they don't necessarily need the items. Like, Miraidon doesn't need the specs. I use a Life Orb on my Terra one. You've done your part. You gotta go. See ya. Alright, Aaron. See ya later. There's a lot of weaker Pokemon with Megas. Yeah, but there's, like, an overabundance of ones that are just, like, overpowered for no reason, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Mega Kangaskhan, but, like, I really hate battling against it. Really hate battling against it sometimes. The double fake out is not necessary, bro. And also, because of the fact that, like, not every Pokemon could use it, so it kind of felt like an unfair advantage sometimes. Because it was like, as soon as someone Mega Evolves, it was like, oh man, my team doesn't have Megas, so it's like, I'm basically gonna get one shot for the majority of the battle. And that kind of left a sour taste in my mouth for Mega Evolutions. Not gonna lie. And just the fact that I don't really like the designs of, like, a lot of them. Or I'm, like, very indifferent to them. But that's just my personal bias, of course. You're just happy you got to use Mega Gengar with... You get to use Mega Gengar with Encore soon. I mean, that's only if there's, like... I mean, if you mean, like online battles, I don't think there's gonna be online battles for ZA, if I'm being honest. If Greninja does get a Mega, you wonder if it'll resemble Ash Greninja minus the black hair. I doubt it. And I hope not. I doubt it and I hope not. Because I really do not like Ash Greninja. It looks so stupid. Even with... It's not even just the black hair. Didn't you say you wanted weaker mons to be buffed? Kangaskhan got buffed a ton. Also, like you said... You don't like that Megas were exclusive? I mean, yeah, I want weaker I mean, you don't need to give them Mega Evolutions, though. Boy, I thought that was a weird shiny Murkrow that I just encountered. It was just a Honchkrow. We were about to eat good, even though I don't really care for shiny Honchkrow that much. Which is ironic, because I love pink shinies. I think it's just too pink for my liking. Yeah. Wait! Oh, I thought it was shiny. The lighting made it look shiny. But, I mean, they buffed Pelipper without giving it an evolution or Mega Evolution. Not every Pokemon that needs a buff isn't just an instant, oh, give it a Mega, or give it an evolution. They could just boost its stats, like they did with Pelipper. I'm not saying... I never said that Kangaskhan shouldn't have a Mega. It's cool that it has one. I just don't like battling against it. Like I said, that's just my personal bias because I just don't like battling against mons with broken abilities. Maybe I'm just salty because I've lost a lot of battles with Mega Kangaskhan, but... I mean, doesn't put me in the wrong. I'm not gonna lie though, I'm probably not gonna do ZA online battles if I'm being honest. See, now Crispy, you're just putting words in my mouth at this point. Like, I'm not saying it shouldn't exist. Like, it's nice, like, it's cool that it has a buff now. I'm just saying I don't like battling against it. I just don't like battling against it, is my opinion, which is why I'm probably gonna ban a lot of megas from, if we ever do like mega evolutions and stuff like that, because I just really don't like battling against a lot of them. Like Mega Kangaskhan is definitely first on my list. Like, you gotta go. I don't like battling against it. Okay, what was my sentence specifically? Because you're just putting words in my fucking mouth, dude. Like, what are you talking about? Because you're saying like you're saying like I'm saying that Mega Kangaskhan shouldn't have one. I said it should. I didn't say it shouldn't have one. You probably heard my sentence when I was saying that Pokemon should get a ban, like Pokemon should get buffs, but they don't need Mega Evolutions. They don't need Mega Evolutions or Evolutions to get those buffs, is what I'm saying. Because Pokemon has done it before with Pelipper. That is what I am saying. That's why I think Ledian shouldn't have an evolution or a Mega Evolution. They should just buff its stats. Why would you give a Pokemon Irons? Why would you give a Pokemon Iron Fist and then give it 35 attack stat? Just raise up its attack stat. Like, a lot of people want it to have an evolution, but like, they just need to raise its attack stat. That's all they need to do. No, you can't just say forget about it. Because now I'm confused. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I need you to specify so I can clarify what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm trying to get a point across. I mean, it's basically just isn't it basically just competitive, but for... It's basically just competitive. It's just like competitive or whatever. Maybe Iron Fist, Focus Punch, Ledian would be too OP for Game Freak. Buddy, we have Palafin. There's no such thing as too OP for Game Freak. There's no such thing as too OP for Game Freak. We have a Pokemon that has the same... We have a Pokemon that has the same attack stat. We have a Pokemon that has the same attack stat as Mega Rayquaza, if not higher, I think. Hold on, what is Mega Rayquaza's attack stat? Because I know it's like, I know Palafin's like near that. Hang on. Palafin isn't that crazy. It can be, though. For some people, it actually can be. It's like for me, how most legendary Pokemon aren't that hard to battle against, but a lot of people seem to struggle with it, even though they just don't want to admit that they suck. Mega Rayquaza's 180. There's no way it's that high. I thought it was lower than that. There's no way it's that high. Let me see. Oh my god, it is 180. What's Palafin's attack then? I know it's pretty high. 160. It's like 20. It's like 20. It's like 20 stats lower than Rayquaza. It's 20 stats lower than Rayquaza. But my point still stands there. Like, Palafin's attack is crazy, bro. Legendary Megas in ZA would be about to be crazy. I really... See, that's another thing, because I know people are just going to spam Mega Rayquaza and Mega Mewtwo, and I'm just like, ugh. Power Trick Shuckle has higher attack than Mega Rayquaza. Well, that's because of a specific niche. I'm talking about, like, a Pokemon with its base stats. Like its base attack stat. For Shuckle, you have to have like a certain strategy. I don't know. I'm just not. At least there's a time limit, it seems, on how long you can Mega Evolve for. So I think that makes it a little better for me. I think that was my main issue with Mega Evolution as well. The fact that like you could just have it for the entire battle. I mean, it's still a pretty busted attack stat. It's still a pretty busted attack stat. That's the only point I'm trying to make out. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not trying to say it's like stronger than Rayquaza. I'm not saying anything outlandish than that, but I'm just saying, like, you know, Palafin can get to 460, Mega Ray can get to 5. Oh no, I'm just talking about base stats. I'm not like going to like, I'm not going into like the niche. I'm just saying base attacks, because that's all I care about when it comes to Pokemon. I don't care about like what you can boost that Pokemon to. Like, I'm saying like base stat, you know? Like just base stat. Usually when I'm talking about Pokemon, I'm just talking about that base stat. You found 2 shiny Carpal, each while chasing a shiny Wo-Chien raid. You now have shiny Carpal, Colossal, and the other one, Roly-Coly? How can you forget my boy Roly-Coly? But yeah, literally, as someone who does not care for Megas, all I want is Mega Milotic. That's it. Mega Milotic, the Kalos starters, and that's it. At least Palafin's signature move isn't something like one. Yeah. And at least it's not part fighting, because then it would be even crazier. That stab drain punch, bro. Crazy that it's base 60 and not 80, yeah. Yeah, honestly, ZA though, it looks like a fun game. The only thing I'm really just not thrilled about is just Megas. That's it. That's really it. And people like to give me flack for complaining about Mega Evolutions, but it's like, that's just my opinion, dude. Cannot change. That's not gonna change. Like, I get that it's like the most popular one, but there's just infinitely better. Well, not infinitely better, but there's just better options, in my opinion, when it comes to gimmicks. You're confused about the story? Well, I mean, the game hasn't really come out yet, so... And we only know, like, basic stuff, so of course we're not really gonna know the story. We'll probably get, like, one more trailer that, like... We'll probably get, like, one more... Well, they're probably not gonna, like, explain, like what the story's really about. It's just what the main goal is, essentially. Because it looks like there's gonna be, like, 2 plots. One that's gonna be focused... Because it looks gonna be more, like, battle-focused, at least, like, with the whole ZA tournament. But I think it's gonna be, like... I thought we were helping with the redevelopment plan, but we're also working as detectives and those gyms in order to rank up. Well, I mean, I feel like the redevelopment thing is I think the redevelopment thing isn't, like... I don't think it's gonna be, like, as prominent as you think it's gonna be. I think it's just gonna be, like, you know how, like, how you slowly, like, build Jubilife Village? You know, like, how you, like, slowly build up Jubilife Village when you take on side quests and stuff like that? That's probably what they're gonna do. While, like, the main takeaway is gonna be, like, the detective stuff and the ZA rank, or maybe like you just said, it might have multiple plots like Scarlet and Violet, which would be cool. Okay, there's a Haunter raid, but I don't really like Haunter Shiny all that much. Ghastly is literally the best of the three. You do hope ZA is longer than Legends Arceus. Arceus felt pretty lengthy to me, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's only as long as you make it out to be. Like, if you're just rushing through the main plot, then yeah, it's probably gonna be short. It's weird to not be prominent when that's what the information from the first trailer was and everyone talking about it. Was it? I don't know, maybe I just wasn't paying attention. What is that? Oh, that's a Frost Moth. I thought I found like a weird white Haunter. I thought it was like Oh, it's like right there. Hold up. I thought my game broke for a minute. I was like, dang, what is going on with my Switch, chat? I thought that was just more of like a, oh yeah, here we have a project to like develop the city, but I don't remember them saying that it was going to be like a major plot point. Then again, I don't really pay much attention to what the trailers say unless there's like new Pokemon revealed or something, so I could probably just completely missed it. What is that? That's nothing, that's just a log. You know, one thing I don't like is the fact that you can like sneak up on trainers. I don't really like that. I don't. It's lengthy if you don't catch Pokemon while doing the story, because if not, you'll be having to catch a lot of Pokemon in order to progress. That's fair. I don't know. I do like that it's not like just... I do like that it's not just another Legends Arceus. Like, it's completely different from how Legends Arceus was gameplay-wise. So I like that, like, Legends is kind of like where they like to experiment more with their stuff. Especially with the fact that it's going to be more of like an action RPG, which I'm not too sure how I feel about it, because as you guys know, I'm going to be real with y'all. The reason I love RPGs so much is because I don't have to constantly hold my controller in my hand for turn-based RPGs, at least, because I don't like having to actively use my brain for video games. So the fact that I have to constantly be aware of my surroundings in Legends ZA, it's not something I'm too big on, but it's not something that I'm going to immediately write down, you know? Legends games seem to be side stories. I wouldn't really say side stories per se. More like prequels slash sequels, since they are like main series games confirmed, you know? But it's like, I feel like that's just like Pokemon's way of like experimenting with new features and determining if they want to bring that into like the main series, you know what I mean? That's how I felt with Legends Arceus, like, because Legends Arceus, they had like the open area thing, and the next thing you know, with you know, it's weird that Legends is mainline. I mean, not really. I mean, they introduced new Pokemon, because no side games introduce any new Pokemon. And what's it called? New... And it's also, like, canon to, like, the timeline, too. Especially, it's looked at more as experiments. I mean, I'm not saying, like, that's the sole purpose. Like, there's still, like, connections to the main stories. But it's, like... You know, because, you know, if you... Like, let's say if... Scarlet and Violet were exactly like Legends Arceus, right? Shadow Lugia is not canon though. Shadow Lugia is not canon though. Like Shadow Lugia doesn't like exist. like main series wise, it doesn't exist. Or like Primal Dialga. Like Primal Dialga is not really like a canon form because Mystery Dungeon's kind of like its own thing. But I'm talking like exclusively new Pokemon, like how you can bring. You're talking about me saying mainline games only introducing Mons. Yeah, but Lugia wasn't like a new. But Lugia wasn't like an introduced. Shadow Lugia wasn't an introduced Mon, like how Primal Dialga is not an official form. That's what I mean. Like, you know, like how you can bring Ursaluna into like your Pokemon home and stuff like that, and you can't bring Shadow Lugia and stuff like that to like your main series game. Like that's what I mean. Like it's not like it's not like an official Pokédex form is what I'm trying to say. Like it's not like an official Pokédex entry. Like I don't know how exactly to word it, but it's like it's not like officially in the Pokédex. You know what I'm trying to say? But yeah, like so many. But the thing is, a lot of people called it a. A lot of people were calling it a. What do they call them? Like sideline games or whatever. Like people were calling a spin-off game. People were calling it a spin-off game, but I'm like, it's not a spin-off because there's literal bits that historically happened. Like it's literally confirmed to be a prequel. Like Legends Arceus is literally a prequel to Diamond and Pearl. You know, like. And the fact that we have Pokemon like Kleavor and Ursaluna introduced and stuff like that. Like, they do canonically exist. Especially with Blood Moon Ursaluna being a direct descendant. You know, I don't know why people like to say it's a spin-off game when there's a lot of factors that kind of tell you why it's not a spin-off. Especially when the Pokemon company literally themselves say that it's a main series game too. But people do the same thing for Let's Go, but they do that specifically because they don't like Let's Go, not really because like there's anything that makes it a spin-off game. People just call it a spin-off because they don't like the game sometimes. Which is kind of weird because like people say they want more Pokemon spin-offs, but then they call anything they don't like a spin-off. It's so weird. Like, Let's Go is literally a Yellow remake. Or a Yellow reimagining, I should say. I did not mean to click that. I did not mean to click that. Alright. Time to Terra. Hold up. You know, it's better if I just Google, like, what makes a mainline game, or, like, what makes Legends Arceus a mainline game. So that way I can, like, officially say that whenever people, like, ask me how it's a mainline game. Because I feel like some people get a little confused on what a mainline game actually is, too. Hold on. What makes... Okay, I can probably be on for like another one. Mainline games only feature one Pokemon or a fusion of two Pokemon on the box cover. No, but I'm talking about, like, story-wise, what makes a mainline different from, like, a spin-off. And I know in the Japanese titles, I believe the titles, like, they call them, like, Pocket Monsters the series for the mainline games. Correct me if I'm wrong. Actually, I can look it up real quick. Yeah, Pocket Monsters series is the official term for the main series in Japan. Mainline games are mainline games when the company says they're mainline games. But yeah, there's also stuff in the games that make them, like, canon. Like for example, how Mystery Dungeon... I mean, let's be real, like, you cannot argue that Mystery Dungeon happens anywhere in the Pokemon world, in, like, the actual Pokemon world, you know? Meanwhile, Hisui is literally, like, historically Sinnoh before Sinnoh. You know what I mean? The mainline games often have the same gameplay loop too. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I think it's because of how different Legends Arceus is as well. Like, people want... Oh, it's like, oh, I want the Pokemon games to be different. Pokemon Arceus dares to do something different. It's a spin-off now. It's a spin-off now. Like, what? Wait, did I change the right date? I don't think I changed the right date. I think I did something different. There we go. Or maybe I'm just doing something wrong, I don't know. You were just reading, you can't catch them, so how do you get them? Well, John, they made an announcement basically saying that when they're defeated collectively, if they're defeated collectively 1 million times, they're gonna later release a code, because we have 2 weeks to do this, basically. So I guess once those 2 weeks are up and you get the code for them, when you get the code for them, that's when you'll be able to get them as, like, mystery gifts, basically. But it's not like you beat them and then you catch them. I need to make a pinned comment that basically explains how this works so I don't have to answer some of the people who ask this, for the people who missed the Pokemon Presents or whatever. Or, like, the official announcement about these. But I think John said that all of them will have... Wait, hold on. How do you get the mystery gift code? They're gonna send it out, John. I can't tell you. I don't work for the Pokemon company, so I don't know myself. Now that you're thinking about it, Arceus has the same battle style as Digimon. Digimon aren't evil and miraculous. And mercilessly attack you for no reason, though. Well, I mean, the Pokemon aren't evil, they're just wild animals. Ever tried pulling up on a random wild bear? Not a pretty sight. Like that one dude who was like a bear tamer or something like that, or like a photographer or whatever, and like he and his girlfriend were out and he like turned his camera on, but the camera lens wasn't on. Then the bear started eating him and his girlfriend alive while the recording was still going. You got upset when Pokemon that you're battling attacked like 3 times. I liked and hated it at the same time. Bro thought he was friends. Bro really pulled up to a grizzly bear and was like, hey man, we cool, right? Around 26 million people bought these games, so if every person defeats one per day, then we got this. But you have to remember, a lot of people probably either return this game or they just like drop the game after like 3 weeks. I think Crispy brought up this point. Yeah, I think it was Crispy who brought up this point, actually. That's not funny, bro. I wasn't making fun of it. I was just saying. And it happened years ago. People need to get over it. It's like 9/11 jokes. It happened years ago. We can make jokes about it, people. Holocaust. We can make jokes about it. The world runs on jokes. All right? Jokes is how some people cope with the weird stuff. And to ban consoles when they use the mix switch on Switch 2. That is fair too. Sometimes agile style doesn't make my turn come up faster. I wonder if agile and strong style only buffs by... Wait, not me? Wait, who? What was the joke? Wait, what was the joke? I was just saying like I was just pointing out like the dude died. Wait, who are you talking about then? Like, what joke? Because I didn't see anyone comment anything. So I just assumed you were talking about me with the bear. I was like, wait. I was like, what you mean? I was like, Chad, I've made these types of. I was like, I wasn't really like saying. I wasn't even like trying to make fun of the dude. I was just like bringing it up. That's why I was kind of confused. I was like, what you coming at me for? Then who were you talking to, huh? Because I don't see a comment from my end, so I don't know if it got deleted or I don't know. Because I don't see anything. Crispy. I mean, I don't think he wasn't really making fun of it. He was just saying like, no, like he's not even, no, Crispy was not even making fun of, Crispy wasn't even making fun of the bear. He was just saying like the dude actually thought like, because the dude, so the story behind it was basically like the guy was kind of like a bear whisperer. Like, you know how there's like elephant whispers, dog whispers and stuff like that? The dude was kind of like a bear whisperer and stuff like that. So he would take pictures with bears like close up, cuddling them and stuff like that. And oh, when you put LMAO. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he was like making fun of it. Some people just put LOL or LMAO just to put it. Like, it's like common nature for them. I don't think he was like actually making fun of it. But like, he was actually like, he did think he was friends with the bears. Like, he was like spiritually connected. Like, he was spiritually connected with the bears and stuff like that. And then like, the one time he thought he was like friends with the bear, right? That's when the bear was like, I think it was like a hungry, like young, like adolescent bear or something like that. So, you know, obviously you mess with any hungry wild animal, it's gonna attack you, you know? And like, if it feels threatened or if it feels like, you know, you're a potential meal, it's gonna attack you, you know? So the bear just ended up mauling him, and so, you know, the bear just ended up mauling him and his girl. The thing is like, it's partially lost media, chat. Like, there's like a video that you could look up on YouTube and like you can hear like, there's not like a video of it happening, but you can hear like the audio, and like at like a certain part, like you can hear him like screaming in terror, like, yo, help, I'm getting killed out here. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, you know how bad it was? A dude who made a documentary about the case literally told like one of his like ex-girlfriends or whatever, or like one of his friends, to like lock it away and never like show this like audio tape to anyone. Like, that's actually crazy. You're joining? Alright, I'm probably gonna do like 1 or 2 more after this, because I do got some things to tend to. You don't want to use Control Command Space. Does your MacBook not have like the little globe icon next to the FN key? Because most modern MacBooks should have that, and just double clicking it should just pull up the emojis, no problem. Unless you got like an older MacBook somehow. But if you have a newer one, it should have that. Doesn't matter if it's a Pro or an Air. If I wasn't streaming on my MacBook, I would probably be able to show you what I'm talking about, but like, yeah, it kicked you. I mean, I'm sure you could probably join the next one. Like I said, I'm doing like 2 more. I'm gonna do like 2 more after this. It's a MacBook Air. I mean, like I said, new one or not, or not new one, Air or Pro, it should have like an FN key. Like literally on your bottom row, on the far left, like where the space bar is, like on the far left, there should be an FN key, and there should be like a little like globe icon, and just double click that, and then bam, the emojis pop up. At least for me. Let me actually test it to make sure I'm actually correct. Oh, it does. Alright. Yeah, it does work. Oh, I don't even have to double click it. I just click it and it works. You don't even need to double click it. There was a Reddit that was dedicated to showing videos of people dying. It only got banned after there was like one really bad death. That's so crazy. Nah, chat. If you grew up in the early 2000s like me, I know y'all grew up with Live Leak, bro. That was crazy. That stuff, dude. Like, look, like from the stuff I've seen from Live Leak, bro, it's no wonder why my generation's so like desensitized to like people dying, bro. Cause like, what makes you want to record someone's death like that, bro? Like, that's crazy. Bro, Live Leak used to be going crazy back in like the late 2010s, bro. You've looked it up, it only shows the methods that you said. That's weird. It shouldn't. Let me see. I'm looking this up, chat. MacBook Air keyboard. I need to see the keyboard to see if it has it. If it doesn't have it, then that's pretty stupid. Oh, never mind. Never mind. You don't have that. So you have to click. Never mind. Never mind, bro. Never mind, bro. Never mind, bro. You're cooked. Never mind, bro. You're cooked. Bro doesn't have a globe icon on his FN key. I can't help him. That's crazy. They're making you do all sorts of freaking sign language techniques to open up emojis, bro. That's crazy. No wonder you don't know what I'm talking about. You don't even have that. That's crazy. You know, if they want us to use emojis, why didn't they just make an emoji, bro? You know what I mean, chat? Like, I'm just... Like, I use this Logitech keyboard because I have my MacBook on a stand right now. Because I don't like my keyboard being all greasy and stuff like that. So I got this like cheap little Logitech keyboard, and give me my Mac. Hey, 1.5K in cash. 1.5K cash at me, and I might consider it. This is a perfectly new, well, it's refurbished, but it still works as new, basically. So like I got it earlier this year. So hey, 1.5K. But yeah, I got this like Logitech keyboard, and yeah. It has an emoji. It has like a little emoji thing on the top here, so I don't even have to do anything crazy. Anyway. What type of Mac do I have? I have an M3 Pro. The only thing I don't like is that it's 8 gigs of RAM. Yeah, that's the only critique I have about it. Other than that, probably still my favorite Apple product that I own. This is my least favorite. I hate the iPhone 14 Pro. Worst battery experience I've ever had in my life, bro. Yeah, the Pros only have them, that's why. The Pros only have the little FN emoji key emoji key thingy. No, I don't want to do the TV settings. Yeah, I'm gonna do 2 more, and then I'm out. I've done my share. I've done my share in these battles. That's point just vibing. Wait. Oh, he actually constantly bounces. So they're actually being accurate to the Pokédex entry. Where if Spoink stops, it just dies. You're 13 being at 70 as soon as you get to school. Well, you probably need a battery replacement, that's why. Are they going to make a joke? So your MacBook said, look like gentlemen and have a battle. Winner gets the MacBook. If they lose, they have to pay. If they lose, they have to pay for it. Low key, that would actually be genius. I'm probably gonna sell my old MacBook Pro that has like a little touch bar on it, but I have to make like a warning being like, hey, the touch bar is kind of like flickering because of some sort of issue, and I'm not gonna pay to fix it, so that's your problem. Your iPad is older than your phone. Yeah, your phone probably needs a battery replacement then, because the battery health is probably whack. But then again, you do have a 13. Yeah, you have a 13, so yeah. Wait a minute. I just realized I'm at the league. This is the league, right? This is the league area. How did I... Oh, God. You're back. Alright, welcome back, Yam. You've been spamming raids since it started. You have like 999 Grass Terra shards. Way too much this raid. Get, sell, get, sell. You never technically left because you were still watching, but also wasn't watching. I feel that. So you were basically lurking. So I feel that. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, big dog. Why I say it so aggressively? I don't know, man. I'd be aggressive sometimes for no reason. What? Apple intentionally nerf older product batteries so we buy new ones? Not really. Just get a battery replacement. What you mean they nerf? They don't intentionally nerf anything, chat. Just get the battery replacement. I have a friend who's still using an iPhone 7 and it works perfectly fine. Literally just get your battery replacement and your phone will act brand new. I promise you. A battery replacement goes a long way. Lithium-ion batteries are not supposed to last forever. That's natural for any device, whether it's Apple, Samsung, or whatever. The battery's gonna get... Lithium-ion batteries age, chat. You went to take a shower, but also had to run up the watch time. Yes, sir. You know what? I appreciate you, Yami. Because we're so... Guys, last time I checked, we're at 2,933 watch time, bro. We're so close. I genuinely think that if we... I genuinely think that, like, by Sunday, we could reach our goal. Updates slow older phones. They actually don't, actually. I actually did the research into it. They actually do not. Like, everyone, all of my friends always tell me that, but I'm like, as someone who's, like, well versed into, like, Apple tech stuff, I know the truth. Like, does not even take, like, a freaking... It does not even take 5 minutes to Google chat. It's not even, like, crazy research. Everyone should leave their tab on the stream so I get monetized. And yes, please. You know what's crazy? What I found... You know what's crazy? You can still get demonetized if you, like... If your watch time just, like, even goes down even a little bit. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's actually insane. I feel like once you're there... Google literally says that. Well, from what I read, that's not the case. I think that's just the phone being old, not the freaking updates. Cause like, you're supposed to like update your phone, like, realistically you should. Well, I mean, you don't have to update your phone. You shouldn't have to update your phone. But like, most people update their phones like, it's because Apple already knows most people update their phones like what, every 3 years? Average 2 to 3 years, you know? Yeah, but you said, see, you said that they intentionally do that. That's not true. So I was still right. It's just older software. It says 80% max battery. Yeah, that's all I was saying. Like, when like people think it's like some weird conspiracy where it's like, oh, Apple's intentionally doing this. I'm like, no. Yes, your phone is gonna struggle a bit because it's older software. Like, that's just common sense. Tech gets slower the older it gets, the tech gets slower. That's just something that's gonna happen. But like, people think that it's like a weird corporate like greed thing. I'm like, I mean, yes, Apple is pretty greedy. I'm not even gonna deny that. But that's not that's not the reason why your phone gets slower. It's just because you have an old device. Old devices get slow. I mean, my Switch is starting to show its age, man. Bro, dude, I'm not joking, bro. It's always a struggle every time I'm loading up Scarlet and Violet. It takes like 7 business days just to even load up the game at this point. Like, I'm convinced that my Switch is at its end, chat. I need a Switch too. So I'm taking donations. It's still pretty weird that people think very large companies want us to have a bad experience. Exactly. I'm like, bro, just upgrade your... Like, bro, if you're complaining about your device being old and slow, it's probably because it's... If your device is slow, it's either because you're loading too much, like... You're loading too much onto it. You're either loading too much onto it, or your device is just old. It's just... That's just common sense. But some people like to make it like some weird conspiracy. It's like, oh man, Apple and Samsung are just making your stuff like really slow, so you have to buy the new stuff. Now, okay, technically, Apple does want you to buy their new products. I mean, what company doesn't? Because let's be real, chat. What company doesn't want you to buy their new products? But you don't have to buy the new products. If you want to stick with your older device because it works perfectly fine, then that's fine. If you can deal with like the slow load times or whatever, that's perfectly fine. Much power to you. I typically like to keep my phones like basically until either the battery's gone to crap, because I mean, at that point I might want a newer phone, or if there's like something seriously wrong with the phone and I really just need an upgrade. Like not even like taking it to a repair will fix it. Like those are the only real cases. A new phone every year is crazy. No, I don't know how people do it, bro. And yeah, my Switch is at the end of its lifespan. Bro, let me tell y'all something, bro. You know, like the top, why not just get an OLED? Because I don't want an OLED. I want to play because I want a new Switch every year is crazy. Because I don't want an OLED. I want to play Donkey Kong Bonanza and Mario Kart World. Why get an OLED when there's the Switch? Exactly. Because like literally, because I'm still at my dilemma of not being able to play the games I want to play, you know? So I'm better off just getting a Switch 2 than just getting what's basically a slightly better older software, you know? So I'd rather just save my money and get one of like the limited edition Switches, like maybe the Donkey Kong Bonanza or Mario Kart one. I might get the Donkey Kong Bonanza one because dude, I want to make a gameplay of that so bad, man. I want to make a gameplay of that so bad, man. It's cheaper and better. I mean, cheaper, yes. Better, it's just OLED. But like, I mean, like I said, I mean, basically what I said. The OLED won't have the new games, yeah. Like basically what Crispy just said. Like I want to play the new games. You know? That's really the only reason I want to switch to. Because here's the thing, if Donkey Kong Bonanza wasn't just limited to the Switch 2, like if it wasn't a whole different like game card situation, then yeah, I would probably just get an OLED. But since that's not the case, I basically have no choice but to get the Switch 2. You know? If it was another case, then yeah, I would definitely just get an OLED and save my money, but yeah. Gen 10 will definitely be a Switch 2 exclusive. Exactly. You don't like the new controllers? They jacked up the I mean, you don't have to buy the new controllers. You can just use an old Switch controller if you have one. Unless you mean the Joy-Cons. No, you probably mean the controller, huh? You probably mean the controller. But yeah. I know some people say that the Switch 2 is too expensive. What the hell is that? What is that? Oh, that's a Tinkatuff. Are you shiny, though? Because I know, like, the... No, you're not shiny. You can use old controllers for the Switch 2, yeah. Yeah, you don't have to get the new ones. You can get the old ones. Yeah, some people think that it's too expensive, but I'm like... You don't play your Switch enough to justify you buying the Switch 2 yet. And that is completely fair. That is completely fair. But, yeah, it's completely fair. If you don't really play Switch games already, then, like, yeah, you probably don't need a Switch 2. But if you're like me and your Switch is... your only, like, the Switch is like your only, like, console, and you're like a big Switch guy, then yeah, of course I'm gonna want a Switch too. Austin John made a video that said the Switch 2 controller hurt him. I saw that, but in the video it was because his hands were small, which surprised me because I thought Austin John was a big dude like me. I thought he was like a tall dude like me. I didn't know he was small, bro. Cause I got them Galactus hands, bro. Chat, fun fact, I'm playing Galactus, bro. What do you mean that's how they get you, though? The Joy-Cons? I mean, I like the Joy-Cons for... Bro, I really thought he was tall, bro. I didn't know he was small. I could beat him in a oh, well, he probably could still beat me in a fight. He probably could still beat me in a fight. Then again, for me, all I need to do is sit on people and I win. Austin John is come. Bro said Austin John is compact, bro. You know what? Someone's gonna clip this and just send this to him. The Joy-Cons are an upgrade, of course. They would be a larger... Of course they would be a larger price. Yeah. I mean, let's be real. Did we really expect the Switch 2? Did we really expect the Switch 2 to be the same price as the original Switch? Like, especially with the whole tariffs thing going on. Like, let's be completely honest with ourselves here. Let's be completely honest with ourselves here. You know what, chat? We'll go 3 hours. I know I said I was gonna end it like minutes ago, but we'll go like 3 hours and then I'll actually end it. Why not? Why not? You know what I mean? Cause I'm actually having fun with y'all. I'm actually having fun with y'all. Not to say that I don't have fun with y'all in other streams, but hey, I'm actually having fun. I'm actually having fun. Just chatting. That's why I like streaming, y'all. Like, I just like talking with y'all. Like, real talk. Like, people think I'm just doing it for watch time. I know I make jokes that I say I'm only streaming for the watch time, but I really just do like interacting with y'all, you know? I really just do like interacting with y'all, genuinely. Get to answer questions and stuff like that, you know? Like, y'all make it worth it. At this point, it's probably cheaper to apply for citizenship in Japan and buy a Switch 2 there than it is to buy one when you're available to. The streams are fun, of course, man. I try to make them fun for y'all. I try to make them fun for y'all. But yeah, like, let's be realistic. Like, the Switch was always going to be like, obviously it's not like crazy expensive. It's not the price that's the problem. It's really the games that I have an issue with. But I mean, I feel like that was kind of inevitable. Not saying I'm excusing it, but it's like, you know. Switch 1 was $300. Switch 2 would of course be $400. Because of the upgrade, it's bigger. $500 is a little much. See, but you don't have to get the $500 one. Yeah, the 500, that's how much your Xbox costs. I mean, then that's not really that expensive, is it? Like, I mean, if you can't afford it, then you can't afford it. You know? I'm not saying, like, I'm not trying to, like, be like, oh, ha, 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 you brokies can't afford it. I'm not doing that. But, like, you know, the Switch 2 is $450. You don't have to. With tax, it is. I mean, 500's already the... I mean, it is the cheapest way to get Mario Kart World, which is a game I really want to play. But, you know, that's why I'm holding off on it, because I don't need a Switch right now, because there's not... I don't need a Switch 2 right now, because there's not enough games for me to justify a purchase. But, of course, when I am able to afford it, then yeah. Xbox being 500 with a tax would be more too, though. That is a fair point. Unless if you suddenly get rich, you're never affording it. I mean, for me, I kind of just built like a little side budget for it, so... Or I could just wait for Christmas, too. Get some Christmas money or something, and then bam. Because that's what I'm going to do when I eventually get a Steam Deck, too. Because I do want a Steam Deck as well. Which is like a lot more expensive than a Switch 2, mind you. Like, if I want the 1 terabyte OLED model, dude, I'm spending like $650. Like, that's a pretty hefty price if you ask me. But I mean, I just have to. Oh my god, did y'all see that lag? Oh my. I thought I saw a shiny Dratini down there. What the hell does... I kid you all not. Is that a shiny Golduck? No, it's not. The lighting just made it look weird. That's what Switch Lights are for. They'll be more affordable. That is true. Oh! Y'all saw that Halucha running for me? Yeah, but the thing is you can't play them docked, and, like, I want to play my Switch docked. At least unless there's, like, a weird way that you can make them docked that I'm not aware of, then correct me if I'm wrong. But I would just much prefer, like, a bigger model. Golda tricking you, not for real. Maybe the Switch 2 Lite would be 400 or 350, probably. And yeah, if you want the affordable model, then yeah, you can wait for a Lite as well. Because most people don't need a Switch 2. Like, let's be real, I don't need a Switch 2 right now. My Switch, I mean, other than the fact that it's showing its age, right? Like, other than the fact that my Switch 2 is clearly showing its age, like, I mean, let's be real, I've had it for, like, what, 8 years now? Like, it's gonna, like, obviously, like, it still works perfectly fine. I mean, I'm streaming Scarlet and Violet perfectly fine for y'all, you know? Hey, what's going on? That's a crazy name. Ass Hat 37 is a crazy name. Black Friday better lower the price by 95%? Or 99%? 99% for a discount is crazy. What is this, Steam? Bro, what's with these names? That's what I'm saying, bro. That is a crazy name. I didn't really, like, understand it because of the asterisk, and then, like, I kind of, like, read it in my head. Freaking Ass Hat 37 is crazy. How do y'all just willingly come up with these names, bro? But it's VGC's name that always confuses me, because how did YouTube allow that name, bro? How did YouTube allow that name, bro? So you know how down bad I am? I signed up for one of those, like, free Switch giveaways by one of those YouTubers. That Bald Gamer, I don't know if y'all know him, but there's this one YouTuber named That Bald Gamer. He's been doing Switch giveaways since, like, the Switch 2 came out. I'm down bad for a Switch 2, chat. Nintendo for real should be like Steam, not for real. Nintendo too stingy, bro, because, dude, their game prices never go down. It's insane. They almost never do sales for their games. You've heard of him? Yeah, he's doing a Switch 2 giveaways. I think he's doing one for, like, the Donkey Kong Bonanza version of the Switch 2. Y'all definitely know I'm trying to cop that. But yeah, like, when you, like, hindsight, the Switch 2, okay, I guess I'm doing it by myself then. It's not your name. Okay, your name is Marilyn. You're on your brother's account. Okay. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy that your brother chose that for their username. Bro's trying to get a free Switch 2. Hey, they have a bundle for Donkey Kong. It's either that. Halucha, now is not the time, bro. Halucha, I love you. You're one of my favorite Pokemon, but now is not the time, bro. Can I say the code? Well, this is a new code. Alright, chat, the new code is 5 VJ 25X. I'm not sure if it's a bundle or if he's giving away a Switch 2 along with Donkey Kong, but I think they made a bundle for it. They're out of stock. Of course they are. Of course they are. Let me type it in for y'all if y'all can't see the code, by the way. Kind of weird how sometimes y'all can see the code and sometimes y'all can't. But not everyone's eyesight is perfect. Or maybe the quality is just bad for y'all. Because I know YouTube sometimes likes to automatically adjust the quality to like some crappy format. I don't know. YouTube is weird. Which is weird. It should the default output should be 1080 if I'm not mistaken. No, for some reason it's 480 for me. That is disgusting. Bro, you see a Switch 2 on Macy's that's like 10% off. That's not even much, bro. That's not even much, bro. It says low price my ass. 10% off is not. That is not a good deal. For a Switch 2, that's not a good deal. Alright, there's John. Wait, is there actually a bundle for Donkey Kong? Hold on. Let me see. Donkey Kong Bonanza. Apparently, Donkey Kong Bonanza was originally going to be a Switch 1 game, which is kind of crazy. We were robbed, chat. We were robbed, chat. No, I don't think there is. It's just, I think he was just giving it away along with a Nintendo Switch 2. Oh yay, it's dying. These websites that aren't Amazon have prices 700 plus? Nah, you got me messed up if you think I'm paying over $700 for a Switch 2. That's way more than the... Listen. Chat, never... If the default price... If you go to the default website and you go to like another site and like the price for like, I don't know, a Steam Deck or a Switch 2 is higher than what the initial price is on the website, do not pay for it. That is you're getting scammed. You're getting robbed. At least Amazon's still keeping it at $450. Dude, I'm never buying a Steam Deck from Amazon, bro. Cause the OLED with 1 terabyte of storage, the Steam Deck OLED with 1 terabyte of storage is like $650 on the official website, but I always see people like having like 700 or 800, selling them for 700 or 800. I'm like, bro, I'm not paying that much for a Switch. I'm not paying that much for the Steam Deck when the original one didn't even cost that much. People will buy them and sell them for more. Oh, you were kicked? I mean, yeah, I know like scalpers exist, but like, I thought Nintendo took care of that. Like, I thought Nintendo was making... Didn't they say they made more Nintendo Switches? Like, they made more Switch 2s to combat the scalpers, basically? Because I know they did that for the Prismatic Evolution TCG set. Or the Prismatic Evolutions, not Prismatic Evolutions. You know what's funny? Why are these Steam Decks $900? That's what I'm saying, bro. You're getting scammed if you buy that. Unless they're probably selling it with like a dock or something. You subbed, by the way. Appreciate you, Marilyn. Appreciate you. Speaking of subscribing, if you guys are brand new, be sure to sub. We're trying to get to my goal of 1,800. We're so close, chat. We're so close. We're like, what, like 30 away? At least, like, according to the goal bar right now. I can't really view my YouTube studio right now. You know who's getting scammed? Anyone who buys Dubai chocolate. Wait, how much is Dubai chocolate? How much is Dubai chocolate? How's the log going? We have actually done pretty well with these raids because, you know, they're 5-star raids. They're not pretty hard. They're not that hard, but you know, they've done pretty well. We'll definitely, I'm pretty sure we'll definitely be getting that shiny Wo-Chien soon. Do I have any pets? All I got are pet fish. Not gonna lie. Steam Decks are expensive because there really isn't another competitor. Well, other than like the other, you're right, but you know, you also have to remember like the, okay, I'm not paying $30 for some chocolate crispy. 30 a bar? Chat. $30 a bar? Oh, hell no. Hell no. $30 a bar? Oh, I am appalled. Oh man, chat, when I did that, I did like the hardest like squat. Like my knees were locked, bro. Golly. But they aren't nearly supported software wise, hence why you'd probably buy one. Yeah, I just want one because, like, I don't like PC gaming, so I would rather... Hey, appreciate you, Marilyn. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm probably gonna lose this one because I was not, like, paying attention at all. I'm just battling with NPCs anyway, so we're good. Okay, Yami, you got jokes. But yeah, I want one. The reason I want a Steam Deck, well, I was actually conflicted. There's the Steam Deck OLED, and then there's the one that just came out that a lot of people are dubbing the Steam Deck 2, because it's like that much more powerful than the Steam Deck. Well, it's not that much powerful, but you know, it's a little more powerful than the Steam Deck. It's the Z1, or not the Z1. It's the Lenovo Legion Go S with SteamOS installed. And I want it because you know, yeah, how big are the bars? That's a good question too, Crispy. How big are the Dubai chocolate bars, bro? Because it can't be that good. It can't be that good. There's no way. Steam Deck's copying Switch with the names. No. Valve didn't make this one. Lenovo did. People call it the Steam Deck 2. Steam Deck call it the Steam Deck 2 because it basically is a Steam Deck 2. That's what people are dubbing it. The actual name is the Lenovo Legion Go S. And there's two versions. There's one with Windows, which, I hate Windows. And there's one with SteamOS installed. But here's the issue though. It's like $830, bro. The OLED is just a patent on a screen. Yeah. I actually like the etched glass. I hate glossy screens, man. Glossy screens offend me, bro. Glossy screens give me diarrhea, chat. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Man, listen, I'm not paying over $1, bro, for some chocolate. Okay, that's a lie, but like, you know what I mean, bro. I ain't paying. Let me catch someone paying double digits for some chocolate, bro. Hell, even $5 a bar is crazy. It cannot be that good. It cannot be that good. People be hyping this stuff up, bro. I ain't gonna lie, chat. You're having KD for supper? What's KD? Well, gourmet chocolate is pricey too. How much is gourmet chocolate? Double digits for a Happy Meal. Chat, don't even get me started on that, bro. I went to go get my nephew a chicken nugget, a 10-piece chicken nugget meal from McDonald's some time ago. Why did that cost me like $11? What happened? You're having salmon croquettes. You love croquettes? Yeah, we can tell. By the way, you capitalized. By the way, you capitalized the word. Yeah, apparently a 10-piece chicken nugget meal at McDonald's was like $11. All I ordered. Yeah, it was $12 actually, $11.99. Yeah, bro, I kid y'all not. What happened, bro? Mind you. Oh, craft dinner, gotcha. I was like, what the hell is KD? But chat, I'm telling y'all, you should have fed Low, bro, grass. Bro, my nephew, I really could have fed him grass. I'm joking. Bro, all it was some nuggets, some fries, and a soft drink. All of that came up to $12 for no reason. What was that? Oh, Google's playing with me right now. I thought I was gonna pay for that subscription tomorrow, but they said, nah, you gonna pay today. That's kind of crazy, chat. Alright. I guess I'll wrap it up after this. $1 a nuggie is crazy. That's what I'm saying, bro. When you really think about it, bro. They really did charge me $1 per nugget. They really did charge me $1 per nugget. Alright, I think I'm gonna use Screech like twice. That's what I'm saying, bro. Ain't no regular chicken, bro. They whatever bird Kevin was from Up, that's what they're using. I'm convinced. Cause there's no way. Bro, McDonald's nuggets aren't even good. McDonald's nuggets aren't even good. Wait, John, how blurry is the code for you, may I ask? Like, that's kind of crazy. Nah, they feeding them Kevin nuggets, bro. I'm convinced. They're feeding him. They're feeding us Kevin nuggets at this point. That's why they cost so damn much now. $1 per nugget. I just don't. I mean, then again, I mean, chat. I'm very biased because, like, you know, I don't really like chicken like that. So, you know, I got one of those pizza bowls from Papa John's, bro. I put chicken in it. Then I also put some mushrooms, some jalapenos, some spinach in it, extra cheese, of course, with like the pizza sauce. Bro, they put way too much chicken in there, bro. I was better off just not putting in meat in general. You're just having your internet lag, so it makes everything a little blur. Ah, gotcha. I was like, bro, like, how bad is it? That's why I was like, ill. This man said ill vegetables. Who is Kevin? If you've never seen the movie Up, basically the context was like in that movie, the Pixar movie Up, there's like this blue, like like endangered species of bird, and the characters named it Kevin because they thought it was a dude, but then it turns out Kevin was a girl, and she had children already. And I think like the main villain was trying to like hunt it. It's been a minute since I've seen the movie. Dr. Seuss. Well, I don't think he was Dr. Seuss, but I don't think he was a Dr. Seuss bird. Dr. Seuss bird. Yo, speaking of Dr. Seuss, that Cat in the Hat movie actually looks pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. Like, the visuals were pretty lit. I'm not gonna lie. If I lose this, that's okay. I've done enough. I've done enough raids. I'm spent. Yeah, the visuals are great. And I think Bill Burr is voicing Dr. Seuss, and he's a pretty decent voice actor. They making another Cat in the Hat? Yeah, they are. And it actually looks pretty good. I was afraid that it was just gonna be like another cheap cash grab like the Smurfs. Like that new Smurfs movie. How many movies are we gonna get of the Smurfs? Like, who is actually a fan of the Smurfs? I've never met someone who actually liked the Smurfs like that, bro. It's not a remake or anything, but it's the same premise. Yeah, it's not a remake, yeah. It's another adaptation. I mean, it's still an adaptation, but it's like, yeah, what Crispy said. Smurfs is so goofy, bro. Y'all remember the live action one with Neil Patrick Harris, bro? That movie still feels like a fever dream up to this day. That movie still feels like a fever dream up to this day. Who wants merch of blue smelly things? Nah, chat, speaking of merch, you know what's you know who I would absolutely bully? Anyone who buys a Supreme t-shirt. You know, like the white shirt with like the red box that says Supreme on it. I will bully you. I will bully you if you say if I ever see you buy that. Yeah, there's going to be another Cat in the Hat. But it's not like a sequel. Like Crispy said, it's not like a sequel or like a remake. I mean, it technically is kind of a remake, but not of the movie. It's like another adaptation. Not really not really a remake, but like it's another adaptation of the book. I think it's probably going to be the same premise. It's just going to be like added stuff, you know. The Butter Battle by Dr. Seuss? What the heck is the Butter Battle? I've never heard of that one. Hey, speaking of Dr. Seuss, bro, the Lorax is peak. I don't care what anyone says, bro. I know people like to clown the movie, but the Lorax was peak. The Lorax was peak. Either that or Jim Carrey's The Grinch. Those are certified classics. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here though, chat, because I am a little it's a book based on war. Gotcha. They gonna have Thing 1 and Ting Lu. No, there's gonna be like multiple things. There's gonna be like multiple things. Yeah. In the movie apparently, because I remember there was like a thing, there was literally like a thing like 9, bro. Like I think they're gonna have multiple things in the movie, so that's interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna end it right here because I just remembered, chat, I started laundry like hours ago and I completely forgot about it. So yeah, I'm gonna go focus on that and stuff like that. Thing 2 wasn't even shown. They said, nah, Thing 2 didn't beat the allegations, bro. Thing 2 didn't beat the domestic violence allegations, so they banned him from the movie. It was too controversial. His political leanings were too controversial for us, chat. Let me stop yapping, bro. I'm gonna end it. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys leave a like. If you guys are brand new to the stream, please be sure to please be sure to subscribe if you guys are brand new. If you guys want to stay connected with me, thanks to my nah, he did a lot of VGC. I can't even say them on stream. But Thing 2 did too much, bro. He thought because he could, he should. That's what he thought. But yeah, if you guys want to stay connected with me, links to my socials are in the description down below. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna either just do some regular shiny hunting or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see. But yeah, what's it gonna be on? It's gonna come out it's gonna come out in theaters, Maryland, if that's what you're asking. Amazing quote. He thought because he could, he should. But yeah, I love you all, and I'll see you guys on the next stream. So yeah, stay chill, army. Wait a minute.